Ladies and gentlemen, to finish with the examples that we can see in this room, Professor Geyer's speech, there's nothing like seeing and touching even to believe. Where's Mark? Mr. Mark Goldman, stand up, please. He was a small retailer. He was an artist. He had the highest fashion small store for women in Dayton. But then the sharks start fighting with the sharks, and he gets caught in the middle. Why? The discount departments, first the shopping centers come, and with their parking, and with their many stores, and with their music and songs, things that we're going to talk about right after this, they capture a lot of the business of Rags department store, especially the low-class merchandise, the cheaper merchandise. The basement began to suffer. But Rags is not going to stand still. They are good merchants. They are pushers. So since somebody is eating their bottom, they start eating somebody else's bottom. And poor Mark gets it. Why? Because Rags and their competitors start enlarging to real big size this line of merchandise. They can buy better than Mark because they buy from AMC and they have such a terrific volume. Sometimes they appear with 32 pages of advertising in the Dayton newspaper. As Professor Guy said, how can an individual fight that? But before that had happened, Mark had the good fortune to have good brothers. His younger brother is a lawyer. A man by the name of Killingsworth, a hardware store man, small man, had started in a stinking location, a barn, actually a barn. He had started the bargain barn. Killingsworth was a terrific salesman, but he was not a good businessman. So he sold and discount and checkout and self-service and prices and noise and grew and grew and grew. And once upon a time he had something like interest in 11 bargain barns. But his nature was not that of a businessman. He was not capable to administer, to manage. So he went bankrupt. Even sharks sometimes die, you know. Even sharks get eaten. The lawyer who was handling the bankruptcy papers was Mark's younger brother, Lou Goldman. He saw this, and he started talking to his other two brothers before he talked to Mark, because Mark didn't want any part of any stinking business. He was an elegant merchant, you see, with the most elegant ladies in Dayton, selling the best merchandise. So Mark at first didn't want to listen. I'm insulting him so that he does better next week. His other two brothers, one was a merchandise manager at Reich's department store, and the other one, I think, was vice president of Bierman, of other series of departmental stores, smaller ones. So Luke called them and said, look, this is a terrific business. Only the guy didn't know how to manage it. Now, I don't have any merchandising experience, and I want to continue my legal practice. But why don't we go together, and you guys have the merchandising experience? So the three Goldman brothers started expanding the bargain barn. And what Mark began to suffer, if you cannot do business one way, then you turn around and do business another way. And so he is now part also of the bargain barn, and just watch them go. They just have even bought a computer from us. They have 5 big stores now, 1 small store in Springfield, right, Mark? 4. And now you have just opened, and I haven't been able to go and see it, a terrific modern warehouse. So this is the lesson that we try to learn with you. Sometimes we sound brutal, and sometimes we are accused of killing independent merchants. No, we are not killing independent merchants. We're not killing nobody. We want to show how business can be done in many different ways.